You know that feeling, right? You spend hours studying, you feel like you've really got it, but then you wake up the next morning and poof, it's gone. What if the secret to remembering everything isn't about studying harder at all, but about following a very specific rhythm? Okay, let's get into it. I mean, we've all been there. You close the book, you feel super accomplished, and then the next day, it feels like your brain just hit the delete button overnight. Now look, this has nothing to do with being lazy or how smart you are. It's just, well, it's how memory works. Your brain is designed to prioritize what feels important and, just get rid of the rest.
But then, think about this. In Japan, students are expected to memorize over 2,000 complex kanji characters just to graduate high school. And we're not just talking about being able to recognize them, no. They have to write them, pronounce them, use them in totally different contexts, and remember them for life. I mean, how on earth is that even possible?
Well, it really boils down to two completely different approaches. So many of us get stuck in what you could call a cram and forget cycle. It's this frantic race against the clock where we're just obsessed with input, shoving more and more information in. The Japanese way is, well, it's the opposite. It's a daily rhythm, and it's focused not on input, but on output, on actively pulling knowledge out of your brain to make it really stick. And that's the big secret, right there. It's not about some superhuman effort, it's about having a routine that actually aligns with how your brain is built to remember things. It's a rhythm, not a grind. And today, we're going to break down exactly how it works, step by step.
So most of us think that learning starts the moment we sit down at our desk. But with this method, the preparation actually starts the moment you wake up. It's all about priming the brain for everything that's about to come.
I love this way of thinking about it. You just can't force your brain to learn, right? It's way more like soil. You have to create the right conditions first. If you prepare it, water it, give it some light, suddenly everything you plant just sticks. So how do you actually prepare the soil of the brain? It starts with these 4 simple steps. First, getting some natural light. It's a signal to your brain to wake up and focus by resetting your body clock. Second, some light exercise to get the blood flowing. Third, and this one is so important, you recall yesterday's info before you add anything new. See? Output over input. And finally, you start with a simple ritual, like mindfully making tea or just organizing your desk. It tells your brain, hey, this moment matters, and that helps move info into long-term storage. And this isn't just some feel-good idea. The science really backs this up. Studies have confirmed that just 10 minutes, that's it, 10 minutes of gentle movement in the morning can boost your memory recall by as much as 20%. That's a tiny action for a huge payoff. So the morning routine isn't about rushing to get to work. It's all about alignment. It's about using light and movement and recall to create the absolute perfect conditions for planting new knowledge. And only after all that does the real study begin. Okay, so your brain is primed and ready. Now we move to the afternoon. And this is where most of us make a huge mistake, treating studying like some kind of endless marathon. This method, though, it frames it as a series of strategic sprints. Instead of trying to fight your way through 3 or 4 hours straight, you actually work with your brain's natural rhythm. Think 40 minutes of really deep focus, followed by a 10-minute break. This cycle helps you avoid burnout and keeps your focus high. Because here's the cool part. During those little breaks, your brain is secretly organizing and replaying everything you just learned. Another key technique for the afternoon is something called spaced repetition. So instead of reading the same chapter over and over again until your eyes glaze over, you strategically revisit information. It's all about recalling it at the exact moment you're about to forget it. So here's what that looks like in practice. You learn something new on day 1. Then you actively recall it on day 2, then again on day 4, and again a week later. Every single time you do this, that memory gets sharper and sharper. It's like sharpening a blade until it's carved so deeply into your mind, it's almost impossible to forget. And of course, focus isn't just about willpower, it's biology. A light lunch with things like rice, fish, and vegetables helps you avoid that dreaded afternoon food coma. And instead of just pushing through when you feel tired, this approach is all about micro pauses. Even just taking a single deep breath can reset your attention and make you way sharper. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most overlooked part of learning. Most of us think the day is over when we close our books, but the evening and night, that's when you actually seal all that knowledge in. This is such a perfect way to think about it. Doing a quick 10-minute review right before you go to bed is like hitting the save button.
It sends this powerful signal to your brain that says, hey, this stuff is important. Keep it. If you skip this step, it really is like shutting down your computer without saving your work.
And that's because sleep is not wasted time. It is, without a doubt, the ultimate study hack. While you're sleeping, your brain is actively reorganizing information, it's strengthening the important connections, and it's throwing out all the noise. This process is absolutely essential for creating long-term memories.
But, and this is a big but, this memory consolidation only happens during the deeper stages of sleep. That is why good sleep hygiene is completely non-negotiable. Dimming the lights, turning off your screens, creating a calm routine, these aren't just nice things to do. They are direct inputs into your brain's memory-making machine. So when you put this all together, when you look at the whole day, you see it. It's not about being a genius. It's not about having some kind of magical brain. It's just about having a rhythm.
So let's just sum it all up. The morning is all about alignment. The afternoon is for structured, focused learning. And the evening is for sealing that knowledge in place. Say, each part of the day has a very specific, simple goal and a really clear set of actions to get it done.
So I want you to think about every time you've ever said, I just have a bad memory, or I'll never be able to learn all this. What if you were wrong? This whole system really suggests that maybe, just maybe, the problem was never you. Maybe it was just the method you were using all along. And here's the invitation. You do not need to adopt this entire system overnight. Your new rhythm can start with just one small step. Maybe tomorrow morning you just do 2 minutes of movement. Or maybe tonight you just turn off your screen 30 minutes earlier. Try one thing, feel the difference, and then just let the rhythm start to do its work.